welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sitting in bed today because we found a new wound, and of course it's Sunday, so can't get a hold of the doctor, but this one happens to be on surgery. So I don't know if I have a picture that I can insert here, just to give you guys an idea. So today is take it easy in bed, but I will still thought I would vlog and fold laundry with you guys. Actually, probably be better if you were a little further away so you can see the laundry folding. How's that? Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. So, hey guys, I had to cry about it last night. I asked Jimmy just to look to see how the old wounds were healing because I haven't really, heard from them in a while. But they, they weren't bothering me. And then I was up the last 2 days. We were working on the room, and I asked him to look at it, and he was kind of concerned look on his face. Obviously, they're just little tiny wounds, so it's not like, but I actually cried about it because I said, I don't want to go in there on Wednesday. I don't normally have expectations because then I don't get disappointed. But I said, I don't want to go in there on Wednesday expecting to be like, you're in the clear, go and do your life. But just to have him say, hey, but you know what? Maybe you need to take it easy for the couple of days when your wounds are healing or something. I just want it to be, I just want this chapter to be behind me. As much as I love the doctors and the staff over at the rehab and at the hospital, really I do. I wish I could be friends with each one of them for the rest of my life. However, I just want to be done with that part. Now, I may have to see him again for other bone surgeries because it's his specialty and he is my doctor at this point, But for right now, this is what it is. We have basically... Oh, it's not basically at all, actually. As a matter of fact, it's kind of... Oh.
I'm reminding you, take my gabapentin.
She is going to remind me to take my gabapentin. She didn't realize what time it was. So basically, like I said, I just want to be done with this chapter. For now, I want to have the ability to walk again. They say that exercise is really good at not only battling cancer, but also combating the symptoms and side effects. And though I know that, sorry about that, I forgot about that alarm going off. So I do know that doing the physical therapy, it's exercise, but it's really not enough cardio because I can't engage my right leg. And obviously it's not, I don't need to do cardio. I don't need to not the cardio like we think, but like walking engages your whole system. I guess is what I'm saying. The calcium. The physical therapy that I'm doing is really area specific. Okay. I was trying to figure out what was rattling around there. So, give me 1 second. And chew this calcium. I just take sugar-free Tums. I need at least 1,200 milligrams a day, and I take 1,500. There are 2 750 milligram tablets. Tablets? Yeah, they're tablets. Chewables is really what they are. Unfortunately, no, not unfortunately, but I only say unfortunately because the berry, the mixed berry is really good. Unfortunately, they only come in orange creamsicle, but I like orange creamsicle, so it's okay. this morning, I slept. I woke up at 5 to take my chemotherapy. The alarm goes off at 5 o'clock to take the chemotherapy. And I realized I hadn't uploaded my video yet. So I did that. So I was up till like about 7. I actually like had to force myself to stay awake to get the video uploaded. Which I guess I didn't have to. You guys understand, but I wanted to. Then I ended up sleeping. Jim came in at 10 and the door squeaked and it woke me up. And he came in and laid on the bed and he said, "I'm sorry I woke you up. Go back to sleep. I just came in, you know." And I was like, "It's okay." And I ended up falling back to sleep for a whole other hour. So I slept till 11. Now, I fell asleep at 10:30-ish. I slept till 11. But I was awake for 2 hours. So that's 10 hours worth of sleep. So, you know, I don't sleep very long most nights, but then I play catch up like once a week. However, I haven't been feeling well. Physically haven't been feeling well. Like I said, I think I have that sinus infection. It feels like a sinus infection. All the signs and symptoms lead to sinus infection. Let's put it that way. And I just need to do this because I can't really sit up tall enough to clear all that. Okay. So signs and symptoms lead to sinus infection. Lead me to believe it's a sinus infection. But that also makes me tired. My body's already battling stuff. You know, it doesn't it doesn't really need to be battling anymore. Jim washed my clothes out of sink because I have been sweating so much. One of the symptoms of kidney cancer is this like breakthrough sweating. Also of the medication and also of menopause. So even if I don't have the cancer breakthrough sweating, then tomorrow night it could be the menopause breakthrough sweating, and then the next night it could, whatever. It's just like every night I'm swimming in bed. I keep a chuck, a reusable chuck. Poppy gave me some reusable chucks. I keep them under me when I sleep, but they can't go everywhere, obviously. But they do protect my areas there. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night like I have to roll over because it's so bad. But I end up changing my pajamas like twice a day now, at least. And that's if I don't have any issues, like, bleeding issues or food issues. Like if I don't spill food on me, or then sometimes when I'm in my insulated coffee mug, if I have to wear my brace for whatever reason, then I usually end up getting that outfit off pretty soon because that's also going to be or at least the top, it's going to be so sweaty. So sweaty. This isn't how I fold this nightgown, sorry. Get distracted talking to everybody. Forget what you're doing. Okay. Oh boy. So, Jim and I have been talking quite a bit about plans for the office, which is great because I'm so excited that it's finally getting done. I have mocked up a floor plan. So I think I told you this in a previous vlog, and I probably actually mentioned it when we were doing all the other rooms. It's just get a cheap piece of graph paper, get a book, if you're going to redecorate on a regular basis, get some graph paper. Just buy one tablet that's not very expensive. Doesn't have to be architect grade graph paper, trust me. And you want to block out your room. That's just requires some measuring, which is physically, it is a physical task, but it's not usually physically taxing. And sometimes when you're doing it by yourself, you have to do like corner to window, length of the window, window to corner, because of not being able to do the whole massive expanse. But then you could just add them together, and now you know the length of your room. But what we've come to realize is that measuring all the pieces of furniture and mocking up the room is 100 times better than moving all the furniture around 75 times. Especially when you get to be of a certain age. We are, I have 2 looks. I've narrowed it down to 2 looks, and there are some things to consider. I really want my table in the middle. The problem is electricity. So I don't know what to do about that. So I'm kind of like, ooh, if I do this, then I do that. And then where am I going to get the electricity from? And then, like, I know that I can do different things that would be safer than doing other things. And then some things would be easier than doing other things. So it's like, do you go safe? Do you go easy? How much do I trust my grace, like my gracefulness of navigating around things that might not be safe? And just one of those things. I do have a cordless glue gun. So I'm thinking if I'm just, I don't say wise enough, but if I prepare enough, charging the glue gun, charging my phone, I really don't need electricity all the time. It'll just be like a rare occasion that I'll need to bring an extension cord over. Say I want to use the wood burning tool, or I don't know, something else. So that's a lot to consider, obviously. But we are considering all these things. I really want my table in the middle of the room for several reasons. I want to be able to access the 360 degrees around the table. I also want to be directly under the light and the ceiling fan, because I noticed a lot of times I'd have to use my spotlight sort of situation, because if I don't put my spotlight on, then I get that overcast, the shadow that creates from the ceiling fan because it's off to the side. So if the ceiling fan's directly over me, what kind of a situation, that'll be different. Oh, a glass piece, yay. So there's a lot to work on. There's a lot of things to navigate and situate, and I'm excited, I really am. I look forward to what's to come, and that's pretty exciting. Okay, nightgowns. Nightgown. Nope, not gonna happen. My sister will call me and yell at me. She yelled at me for getting the sock thingy, trying to open the drawer with the thing. She yelled at me for that. Okay, so it's a nightgown, and then pants, and then matching shirt, and then it's nightgown and pants and matching shirt. And then it's pants or capris and shirt, and then it's pants and shirt, and then it's pants and shirt. Okay, I got all the things ready to put away. Got them all in their piles. This morning again, I slept late and I just really wasn't feeling right. Really sort of nauseated, but what I did is I asked Jimmy to take a cookies and cream Premier protein shake. Actually, this is the way I asked him to do it. I asked him to get this big cup from Lambert's, and I said, make me a coffee with French vanilla creamer, just like you would normally give me coffee. Pour it in a Lambert's cup. Take the cold cookies and cream protein shake, put it in there to cool down the coffee even more, then add ice and stir it up really good. And it was tasty. I drank it faster than I would drink coffee. However, I was trying to get the protein shake in me, and I managed to be able to keep that down. Normally, or recently, in recent times, protein shakes haven't been the best on my stomach, and I'm wondering if it's almost like the amount of protein concentrated in that little drink, as opposed to like when I add it to the coffee and it spreads out, you know, kind of like imagine chalk paint, and then you water it down, it becomes like easier to like flow. I kind of wonder if that's not what's happening with the protein shakes. I realize you don't have to look at the laundry anymore. Hi everybody. Don't mind my hair, it's like got its mind of its own this morning. So I'm kind of wondering if that's what's happening with the protein shakes. As I'm starting to look in the camera, I realize that there are still markings that I didn't scrub off, but I can't see them. Like, I can't see them. I'm looking in the camera and I can see them. So I'm paying attention, so the next time I get showered, I can scrub it really good in those areas. I realized I should just ask Jimmy to come in and help me find where they are, but sometimes he scrubs too hard. But maybe he could just point them out for me, if I can reach them. We'll see. But anyhow, sometimes I scrub too hard. Who am I kidding? So I had that, and then about an hour later, right, because that was at 12, no, that wasn't at 12, that was at 11. And then about an hour later, I had a fruit cup, like a no sugar added mixed fruit cup. One of the things in the chemotherapy, what to eat on upset stomach of chemotherapy booklet was about not having raw fruit or raw vegetables, which kind of stinks because I love raw vegetables and fruit, but that's beside the point. But to go with fruit cup or applesauce. So yesterday I did applesauce. Today I did fruit cup. I ended up getting 2, which it's not bad because they're each only a half a cup. So a cup of fresh fruit, or a cup of fruit cup isn't bad. I had a peaches and then I had a mixed fruit. I didn't eat them right on top of each other. I ate the peaches and then about 15 minutes later I ate the mixed fruit. So we'll see how that does on my stomach. I feel a little bit more satisfied. Like, I feel a little bit better, I should say. Like, my blood sugar was low this morning. So I ate that to bring it up a little bit, and I feel a little bit better. So we'll see. My mouth is watering, but I'm not really sure if it's watering like I'm hungry and I'm talking about food, or if it's watering because it doesn't feel like the normal watering because of the nausea, but I can't tell. The nausea usually comes from like specific gland in my mouth that I can feel, so I might just be talking about food and maybe I'm getting hungry. I don't know. I didn't feel hungry a minute ago, so. My husband is being a rock star. He woke up this morning, did his thing, and now he's just tearing through that office floor. He wants to get it done for me, and I'm so grateful. I so appreciate him. He's doing it all by himself. I said I can bring the rollator in there and I can peel tile floors for you. And this morning he said, or floor tiles for you. And this morning he said, I need help, but I don't want to ask you for help. But I don't know why I don't want to ask you for help, because you're offering help. I said, I know why it is, because of things like today where I was up doing things yesterday and I have this breakthrough bleeding on my leg. You don't want me to have any more of those things. You want me to take it easy, and it's hard because you don't want to do it all by yourself either, but it's a very difficult balance. It's a very difficult area we're in. It's a very difficult time. It's a difficult stage, trying to manage all of the wants and needs and symptoms and care and diet and exercise and cleanliness and safety, and All of those things. All of those things. Talked about going to the appointment on Wednesday, and he's like, if you will be able to drive home, I can, we can go Wednesday morning. And I was like, honey, I realized today that yes, I can drive, because the only thing that prevented me from driving is getting in the seat. When I first hurt my leg and it was very, very weak, Jim had to help me get in the seat. He would just like grab my pants and pull the leg over. Because once it's there, you basically rock off your heel, and then you can pull your knee and straighten your knee and stuff, which I could do. The problem is the brace. I can't drive with the brace. First of all, even if I fit behind the steering wheel, which I doubt, to be honest with you, because that brace was set to like my largest. Actually, was set to larger than my largest. And without the brace on, my largest was rubbing the steering wheel on the bottom of my belly. So who knows? But I'm sure I won't be able to fit behind the wheel in that thing. Plus, I don't know how I'd be able to maneuver in that thing. I don't really know that I can look over my shoulders and stuff. I can rely on my mirrors, I really can. But with the minivan, you do really have to look at your blind spots when you're changing lanes and stuff. So I said maybe we can stay over. Aunt Sue offered, but Aunt Sue has a twin bed and a couch. And I don't think I can sleep on the twin bed in my current condition. But if we have to, that's what we'll do. I also did tell him that, remind him that the trip into the city was like a trip to like Columbia, or not even actually. He would drive home from Columbia, which was about 2.5 hours. It's about an hour and a half for him to get to the hospital, an hour and a half back. So it's almost, the round trip is just a half an hour longer than the trip home from Columbia, is what I'm trying to say. And it's not distance-wise, because distance-wise, they're about equal distance. But I've mentioned before, that road that goes up to Jeff City is like a stop and go kind of road. I also reminded him that we could stop anytime he wants to stretch, get a drink, get out of the car, whatever. Stop for lunch, halfway. On the way up, we could stop for breakfast. On the way home, we could stop for lunch. Or pack a lunch and eat it, whatever he wants to do. We could stop and breathe and all those things. So, I hope I get good news. I hope my x-rays are good and shows the bone has healed. That is my wish and desire. I hope that Dr. G tells Dr. S that he can go ahead and do radiation on my leg. Basically reduce the size of that tumor. I do hope that these initial scans, even though it's only, what would it be, 5 weeks on chemotherapy, 3 weeks, well, by next week it'll be 4 weeks back on chemotherapy. So, even though it's only going to be 4 weeks on chemo, because he said wait a week. I was like, it was 5 weeks since the last appointment, but he said wait a week. Since it's only 4 more weeks back on chemotherapy, it would be really nice if there was actually a change in the tumor towards the smaller side. But, like whatever it is, I'm just happy to hear. Either way, let's just keep going in the direction we're going, kind of thing. God bless you! He can't hear me. He's got his earbuds in. But anyway. So that's where we're at with today. How did last night go? Last night, I know I had stomach issues, and they said don't eat spicy food and don't eat greasy food. So, we were going to have chicken, like Aunt Helen's Parmesan chicken. But Jim worked so hard yesterday, because he's doing all this by himself, that we all opted to just get food. And we ended up getting Taco Bell. And I was trying to figure out what I could get from Taco Bell that I could eat. Yesterday was a carb day, so that's okay. However, I opted for like things that were free. So I got a free Nachos Bel Grande, and I was like, oh, corn chips. Corn chips and me have always been good friends in the past with my blood sugar, It's been a good carb that I can consume, let's put it that way. And for those of you who say carbs are carbs, that's not true for everybody's blood sugar. It's not like I'm trying to lose weight. I'm not counting carbs. I'm just monitoring my blood sugar. Okay, so just slow your roll there. Not everybody processes every carbohydrate the same, or else there wouldn't be people with type 2 diabetes and we'd all be just the same, all on the same medication. Anyway, there is like build your own box for $5 on there, where you can, like, online, you can customize your own box for $5. And of course, we're trying to be on the cheap, so I had a free Nachos Bel Grande with my rewards, and I got the $5 box. The $5 box came with a Crunchwrap Supreme. Well, you can choose, but I chose the Crunchwrap Supreme. I chose the side of the spicy potatoes, and I chose the soft taco for Jim. I took the Crunchwrap Supreme and I opened the flour tortilla and I scraped all of the insides onto the nachos. And Nachos Bel Grande comes with nachos, beans, beef, and cheese. And no tomatoes. There's no tomatoes. That's just the beef and the cheese. The Crunchwrap Supreme has tomatoes and lettuce in it, sour cream and that kind of stuff. And then I tried that, and the taco, the corn tostada is really what it is, gets really, really soft in the Crunchwrap Supreme, so that was easy to eat. So I kind of made like a homemade soft roll-up taquito almost, because it's already fried, but then it's softened. I don't know how to describe it to you. So I rolled up the inside of the Crunchwrap Supreme with some things in it, and I ate that because texture-wise, it was better on my mouth. I realized I was having trouble chewing the chips. It was really what the trouble was. So I ended up dumping the potatoes onto the nachos too. And I ended up eating, like, I said I created a new dish. I told Jimmy. I was like, it's cheesy fiesta potatoes Bel Grande. Technically, it was a Supreme. But I said the cheesy, I took like the nacho toppings and I ate it with the cheesy potatoes. Even though the cheesy potatoes are fried, they're not as crunchy and hard on my mouth. So I ended up having that. I basically, like, I pick up a nacho and I would see if it's got a soft spot. If it had a soft spot, I eat the soft spot and I put the rest of the nacho onto the side. So I had like a pile of nachos in the back of the dish. It was really funny, but this is what happened. But I was able to keep all of that, like, rich food down, which was really great. I think I should go back on the stool softener because I did have a little trouble last night, but I wasn't sure it was because of the issues I had the night before. So, but we'll see how today goes. You know, like I said, I'm not really feeling food today, so we'll see how it goes. And Jimmy said, how about we get Taco Bell and watch Encanto? I want to tell you something. If you haven't seen Encanto yet, I highly recommend it. My husband and I have watched it every night for the last 5 days. And I kind of had to convince him, like, oh, did you ever, he's like, I never heard of it. Not convince him, like, it's going to be good, but it's so fantastic. And of course, then the songs are like, I don't know what, earworms isn't the right word, but the songs are just like so addictive. No, that's not even any of that. They're catchy, and they just want you to, like, constantly sing them. So we walk around the house all day like everybody's singing, like, Let's Talk About Bruno, because it's got a really great beat. But I'm like, I'm actually singing like the oh my gosh, I just totally forgot the name of that. The Madrigal. This is the family Madrigal. Welcome to the family Madrigal. That's what I'm singing the whole time, which is the first song that opens the movie. And then, of course, the song that the sister Louisa sings is just like such a musically fantastic song. But that's beside the point. You guys I highly recommend it. It's on Disney Plus if you haven't seen it. I don't know if it's available on, like, Redbox or any of those things yet. Like, if it's actually available on a disc. I don't know. But it's really good. It's so good. Then there is a song that's in Spanish that they do put subtitles to, but I can't really read subtitles. However, the song at the end is the song that the grandfather sings in Spanish. So if you don't know you know, that part. You could just listen to the end, and it's beautiful. Lin-Manuel Miranda is just an amazing talent. You know, he wrote the music for Moana. Obviously, he's Hamilton. He did In the Heights. He is extremely, extremely talented. Yeah. Oh, anyhow, I do highly recommend it. Honestly, it's really a beautiful story. And it's got so many messages. It's got so many messages to send to people. So, plus, it's our first Disney princess with glasses. So Mirabelle has glasses, and we love her. She reminds me of Luna. She's got curly, dark hair. Well, Luna's hair is a little lighter, but she's got curly hair, and she's got glasses, and she's got this beautiful brown eyes. And I'm like, oh, that's my Luna. So, Luna the tuna. Anyhow, all right, I'm going to go because I think I'm going to try to have some peanut butter because to see if this is mouth-watering because I'm hungry. It's been about an hour since I ate anyway, so let's see if that's what I need. But listen, if nobody's told you that you are loved today, here it is, because I love you. And don't forget that you can always come by every day and hear how much I love you. I appreciate each and every one of you. I don't know where I would be without you on this journey. I am grateful that you decide to join me every day or whenever you do, okay? Listen, as always, you guys take care. God bless. I'll see you next time. Bye.